And solving the homeless crisis in Indianapolis is a topic that certainly does divide city leaders. Is the solution more housing? Is it more services? Or is it now time to go back to the drawing board and start all over? Alex Almanza talked with community leaders who each have a different take, and he joins us now live in studio. Alex.
And the president of the Concerned Clergy says there's a, quote, recurring failure of leadership after the city said they're shutting down the Fountain Square homeless encampment, though not everyone agrees with the disagreement. Reverend David Green says the city is confusing movement with progress.
All we're doing is moving the pain from one part to another place.
The city plans to close the homeless encampment along Leonard Street on August 11th. They say outreach teams, including Streets to Home Indy, will offer temporary and permanent housing options to those living there. But Green, who sits on that very housing program, says that the city should have waited to shut down the camp.
This is just going to force them to say, now I got to go. They're concerned about where am I going to stay at next.
Neighbors say they've dealt with enough, from rocks thrown at homes to people being chased with sticks. In a statement to 13 News, the Office of Public Health and Safety addresses those concerns, saying the encampment poses a threat to, quote, both neighborhood residents and the unhoused community.
Indianapolis is a great place. We just need to think outside the box and just do it.
Conway disagrees with Green's Housing First approach. Instead, she's calling on the city to establish a centralized, sanctioned camp where people can set up their tents legally with city oversight and access to services. She's launched a petition saying it's a temporary fix that's worked elsewhere.
It's needed to give people dignity, a safe place to be, and a central location so that anybody who wants to minister to these individuals can go there and do it.
While one camp's closing, the larger problem isn't. Now, I talk more with Debbie and Reverend David in my more extensive story, which you can find soon on WTHR.com. I talked with them about some of the barriers that these approaches face, all in the midst of President Trump's recent executive order aimed at removing people from the streets, either by committing them for mental health or drug treatment. Ann?
Thank you. We looked into the numbers. Here's what we found. The number of unhoused Hoosiers is on the rise in Indianapolis. The Coalition for Homelessness Intervention and Prevention reported a 7% increase this year compared to last after their annual point-in-time count. They found more than 1,800 people are living on the streets in shelters or transitional housing. More than 400 of those people reported experiencing chronic homelessness, a 24% increase from last year. In their report, CHIP attributes the rising rates to a systematic housing issue. That includes things like a limited housing inventory and rising housing costs.